50 per second. That's all right. So let's see what the color does. All right. So what do we need? Coffee. Coffee. Yeah. I'm gonna hand you that if you need it. Oh, what cameras? Oh no, camera lights. It's pretty cool. Anyway, let's fire that up. So we just started going to do a short introduction. Tell the guys one or two things about you. Then we start about the mixture, the blend, and just be relaxed. Yeah, all right, guys. Hi there. Hi there. So it's been a while, but we're back at Ronny's here. So I'm not alone at Ronny's. Fortunately, with me is my very good friend Diego, somebody in the community. So what brings us here? So winter nearly has us. So temperatures dropping down, and I don't know, days getting shorter and shorter, and I don't know, lights leaving us, and yeah. While we're here, so I'm really glad that Diego was able to join me, and well, we can do something, doing an interview here. So, and why is that? Yeah, so I have to tell you one or two things about Diego. Let me just give a short introduction on Diego. I met Diego several years ago here at Ronny's place. Well, that's the place where we'll meet up, or where you meet people when it's about smoking and I don't know, having a drink or whatever, and just relaxing and so on, as you know. And we met, and Diego pretty much was into cigars, but not only cigars. He's a great connoisseur of whiskey, wine, and all the fine things that are some kind related of taste, different tastes, and the enjoyment of taste. And he has incredible taste buds. So I don't know. So I can't keep up with that. So that's for sure. So I found out very quickly. But he wasn't into pipe smoking at all at this point when we met first. Is that right? So and yeah, I think I don't know. I don't want to get the credit for that, but I think brought him into pipe smoking. Or I don't know, but he was interested in that, in the different tastes. So as very often, if a cigar smoker and a connoisseur for cigars switches into pipe smoking or comes into pipe smoking, there's a benefit. Many of these cigar smokers, they have the ability to make differences between very slightly different tobaccos, and I found that out very quickly. And he's really trained in different tastes, and if it is about whiskey or wine or cigars, and so I wasn't wondering that he got into this pipe tobacco thing very quickly, and he was so interested, and I don't know, he was asking me a bunch of questions about every tobacco and everything. How's this done? How's that done? What do you think about this? And so on. And we had a very interesting exchange on that. And I really like about him and his taste that he's not only into the fancy stuff. Well, it's easy only to go for the fancy stuff, and always the best, and always the most difficult tobacco and the most complex tobacco. But what I like about him is that he sees that there is a moment for certain tobaccos, and there is also a moment for a simple, a straight and honest tobacco that might not be complex, but might give you an enjoyment right for this moment. So, and then I think a year ago, I found out many of my friends were talking about Diego's blend. So, did you try Diego's blend? I didn't know about that. So, I haven't heard, he didn't tell me that. He was working on an own blend. And I said, no, I haven't heard about the blend at all. well, then I was talking to him and I said, yeah, well, can you give me a sample of that? So can I just try your blend, what you did? And I was really surprised, positively surprised. So, and I thought, yeah, well, this is something, you should share that with the community, because this is really interesting. I was talking to him, so how did you do it, so what are the components of the blend and so on. And that's what we want to talk about today. So we're talking about Jaeger's blend and what is in it, and different other stuff. So, but this is a warning. So we're not talking economy tobacco. That's for sure. We're not talking cheap stuff here. So, and we're not talking smooth or mellow tobacco. We're talking bold tobacco here. We're really talking bold tobacco. This is strong stuff. There's nothing for an empty stomach, and nothing if you nicotine sensitive.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you see. So, but first, before we're already smoking that stuff. And we tell you all about the components, and we show you the different components, and we do in the mixture today. We're going to show you that. And this tobacco, it is available. It's easy for you to get, I'm pretty sure. But my first question would be, what gave you the idea to come up with an own blend, with an own mixture? I mean, haven't you been satisfied with on the market?
Well, Mark, thank you that I can be here today. Well, I thought, firstly, I am a big lover of Kentucky, so you know that, and I wanted to try something, a blend for me, for myself, to experience the different taste and ways of combination of the tobacco. And you gave me the recommendation years ago for some tobacco, especially Stockton, especially Old Kentucky, which is my favorite. And lately I have the opportunity to taste Rustica, which I was very, very impressed about this tobacco, because it's very, very spicy, earthy, meaty, very bold, and if you smoke it alone, it's kind of neutral. It's not an easy smoke. And I thought, let's make a combination of those kind of tobacco as a blend, how they would turn out. So that was about 3 years ago. Rustica was included in the blend much later as it came out. And I was very, very impressed about the result I got from it.
Yeah, well, we all have been very impressed. So another good friend, Didier, if you know the channel, you know him from the video. That's the guy with the Porsche. So, well, he told me about. He said, "Yeah, you have to go for that. You have to try that." So, I don't know. It became some kind of everyday smoke for him. So I paid him a visit some weeks ago, and he even, I don't know, even in the morning he started. I said, "Wow,
that's serious
man,
stuff.
That's bold." So, yeah. All right. So the idea perhaps was to. There are different tobaccos you really appreciate,
yeah,
you really like,
course, yeah.
And there's some kind of, I don't know, the feeling that that all should join together. So give it more of everything, just more of everything.
How to explain it? It's like a painting. You have to have a concept. What you want to get out of it. And I included Stockton, for example, because I thought Stockton had a classical light sour note with some sweet notes from the Virginia and Cavendish, and it rounds the depth of the blend. It gives some some would say some harmonious touch with Virginia, some sweetness that is not too bold.
All right. So every component has its role in the concert.
Yeah.
So
that's how I taught it.
yeah. So all right. So let's take a look at the different components we want to see. And you already mentioned the Stockton. So we're going to start with that. That's the Stockton. You all know the Stockton. If you don't, there's a video on the channel, an old video. I don't know. I haven't seen that for a long time. I don't really remember if I was correct on everything, but I guess so. So the Stockton, well, McBaron Stockton, you all know that. And should we give a short description of the Stockton, perhaps? It's a spun cut. And which are the main components? So there's Virginia, there's Black Cavendish, if I remember.
Yeah, and Dark Kentucky.
And Dark Kentucky.
Yeah.
So we open that up. I'm going to show you tobacco. I'm going to show you all the components. So the Stockton, as we know him. Take the whip. Yep. Show tobacco. You all know the Stockton, I'm pretty sure. So tell us about what is the role of this? You already mentioned one or two things. So it's to round up the other components.
Yeah. In fact, the other components are quite very bold, so you need something to
bring it down.
To bring it down, to get a lighter, sweeter taste to it, to bring some harmony in it at the end, on the edges. That's why I took the Stockton.
Yeah.
So Stockton is a truly classic. I love it. Every time I have Stockton, a bowl of Stockton, it's a true classic.
Yeah.
It's very, very nice.
Yeah.
And I thought it would fit perfectly.
Yeah. And all these tobaccos are good tobaccos for themselves. You can enjoy them for themselves. But here now, we have a combination that provides something new.
Exactly.
And when I smoke this tobacco right now, and I think that's the interesting point, and that's, for me, that's the sign of quality. I couldn't rewind the process. I couldn't. So from the result, from mixture, I couldn't find out what are the different components. So I couldn't tell. Well, this is a mixture of Stockton, this and this and this, and I think that's proof that it's something new. Something new happened here.
Yeah. It's about the marriage. I think Stockton gives only when you first start smoking this mixture. I think the Virginia pops out at a very moment you light the first puff of a bowl, and Virginia goes by side into the bowl further you smoke. It doesn't vanish. It goes background. But it's still there to give it a structure, a harmony to it.
Yeah, I think so too. So let's have a look. So we this is a practical channel, so we also have a look at the price. So so we're talking 27 euros here. I told you guys, it's not about economy today. So only the best, and that's the second thing. Well, this is Diego didn't think about the price. His mind was only on the result.
Exactly.
Correct? Correct. So you see, yeah, well, all right. And we don't, I could offer it, I don't know, an economy alternative, so, but I won't. So we're not going to ruin the mixture here. All right, so we have this tobacco. And what do we do with this tobacco? Do we rub it out, or just?
Yeah, I rub it out. Yeah.
You rub it out
yeah.
completely, or just a bit, or?
Completely.
Completely.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna rub that out completely. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna show you the result later. So this is a tin of Stockton, and you want to rub it out. So the second component. So let's go for, I don't know, what do you want to have next? When we in order of strength or whatever. So perhaps Bold Kentucky is the next. I don't know.
Yeah.
And when we say, well, Stockton is an honest natural tobacco. We're not talking too much strength. Yeah. So, but now comes the first animal. So that is. Yeah, really. And there's a video on the channel, and I remember when I did this video, I don't think I really smoked it up to the end. So, because this is already something, I don't know, I normally stop smoking in the last third of the bowl.
Yeah.
Because I got dizzy, so but I'm too weak for that. So, and I'm not a man, I'm normally not Nick sensitive. So, yeah, this is, should we say something about this tobacco? You want to say something about this tobacco? What is this special?
Bold Kentucky is, in my opinion, it's marvelous. It's just a great tobacco, which is very earthy, has of course a bold taste, spiciness, but it's more. Also some sweetness to it. Some Kentuckys, other Kentuckys are more spicy than this one, for example, that I have tasted for me. And this one is for me the best one that I have tasted.
Yeah.
It's pure natural. That's what I truly love.
It's really wood.
Yeah, wood, of course.
A lot of wood.
Sweetness.
The starch wood.
Yeah. Yeah, and the sweetness comes with the wood, so it goes aligned with it.
Yeah, yeah. This tobacco alone is a dangerous thing, I think. So because, for me, so it is very sweet. Well, it's like one of those whiskeys, those 110 proof or whatever. So maybe it's very sweet. So and you just start with that, and you don't really feel the strength up to a point where suddenly you're gonna feel it. So I think it's same here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know, I go hungry on the tobacco. So I don't know, I light it up, I feel the sweetness, great taste, an incredible taste. It doesn't bite you, there's no sharpness, nothing of that, and it's full-blooded, and you just go for that hungry, and then suddenly it's gonna hit you. So last third of the bowl, but it won't get sharp or anything. We're not talking quality issues or something. Nothing. It's a great tobacco. Yeah. And what is that for in the mixture? What is the role to play?
Well, actually, you already said I come from cigar, and this is goes in this line. It reminds me some of cigar-like taste, and it's all I always say when I have to lift my spirit, or I have to have a day which is not turning out like I imagined, then Bold Kentucky is my solution, and I'm putting it in a bowl and I'm happy. That's my honest opinion.
All right. We don't need any dope or any I don't know hash or whatever. So we don't need real drugs. So we have Bold Kentucky after a day that's gone wrong. One of those days. All right. Yeah. And what do we do with that? We rub it out completely?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Fine? We rub it out fine, or like a ready rub? Or finer than ready rub?
Finer.
Finer than ready rub. Yeah, I could imagine, because, perhaps it's good to have it in small pieces. Because for the melting process, and then it's everywhere, and you don't get a single piece of that.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're gonna do that. So what are we talking about? Let's see. We're talking 13 euros 20 cents for 50 grams. So we have 100 grams Stockton. We have a 50 gram of this Bold Kentucky, McBaron's Bold Kentucky. So we're talking mainly McBaron stuff here, and Well, and I don't know. Even if there's some guys who telling me, "Well, we see you working for McBaron." No, I'm not working for McBaron. I don't get anything out of that. And this is Diego's plan. And where are you growing? You just asked me. I could hand you the lighter. So, just leaving the interview. Just from the off. Yeah, do the relight, man. So, no, but I don't think this is really a coincidence. So, because, yeah, we're talking natural tobacco, we're talking highest quality tobacco,
Yeah.
and we're talking available tobacco, and we're talking components fitting each other.
Yeah.
And that's the point, I think, and that perhaps that even comes with in this case combination of different McBaron tobaccos, because they have some kind of, I don't know, this company thing. So
Yeah.
perhaps they use it same components or similar components.
Yeah.
And all these tobaccos, I think, so these tobaccos are different, but some of these tobaccos, they live in the same alley.
Yeah.
They are
absolutely.
neighbors.
Yeah.
So we have we're going for for the next thing, and that will be the Rustica. The Rustica. There's a video on the channel about Rustica also. If you're really interested in this tobacco, just go for the video. So, and you said Rustica was some kind of, I don't know, initial component or
Yeah, it's we have like the fourth component is a best brown rope from the time I gave it. I added a Rustica with the mind, having a mind on spiciness. I think it's very bold, some spicy, meaty, earthy, and some kind of neutral when you smoke it alone. But in the blend, it highlights the spice of it, and I was impressed how well it fits.
Yeah. I think some things we said about the Bold Kentucky also goes for the Rustica. So it is sweet, and it's some kind of delicious. You can light it up, but it is brutal in the end. And it's also wood, perhaps some fig or whatever, so
Yeah,
raisin, maybe.
yeah, raisin. It goes in the other way, but raisin, yeah, some kind of.
Yeah. So if you ever had the Bold Kentucky, you think that is tough tobacco, or that is bold tobacco. You never had the Rustica. So yeah, well, I think Rustica is there's even more nicotine to it.
Yeah, it's a nicotine full tobacco, and
Yeah. It's full bodied, but it's even, I don't know, it's an animal. So yeah, for me, I love it, but I don't know if I really could finish a big bowl of that in the end. So last third of the bowl, it hits you. So it has a lot of nicotine. So we have two really bold tobaccos here for this mixture, and we rub it out completely.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh no, it's rubbing out completely. All right, so we have this one, so we're gonna rub it out later, and then something is missing. So we have a last component. Where do I have it? I don't know. Can you have a look at my? There should be a tin of Best Brown number 4. Bad preparation here for the video. That was bad. Where is it? Where are you? Got you. So, Best Brown number 4. There's a reason why I have this tin separated here, because Ronny doesn't have it. So we bought all these components new to mix it up. But Samuel Gabbard left the market here in Germany for now. We don't know. Well, you know about this Brexit thing and so on. even European Union and some issues for pipe smokers coming up for our friends in the UK, but also for us, because not too many issues, but let's say Samuel Gawith, and there are some tobaccos we really like from Samuel Gawith.
Of course. Of course, yeah.
Of course.
Cabby's
mixture.
Yeah.
Cabby's mixture. Yeah. All right. So, and brown number 4. To be honest, I didn't really miss this tobacco, brown number 4, because I don't know. I had really difficulties to light that up even.
Well, I like it very much. It's very cigar-like.
It's very cigar-like, and it even looks like a cigar if you see that. So it's a rope. We're talking rope here. And so what do we do with that rope? We're gonna cut that.
I cut it up and rub it in pieces.
Yeah, and how do you do the cut? 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter cut, or what?
2 millimeter cut.
2 millimeter cut. So not too thin.
Not too thin, no.
No. All right, and then you rub it out.
Yeah.
All right. So, but I don't know. This is dry as a bone, so we won't use this. So, yeah, it's cigars. It's mainly Kentucky.
Yeah. That's why I love it.
But there's another thing to it. Oh no, it has nicotine in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. So, and for me, that was my first really nicotine. So that was my first nicotine hit, really. See, because that was several years ago. I was sitting here with a friend, and we tried that, and we couldn't light that up. We just, I don't know. I gave it 20 relights or whatever, and with every relight, as you know, there's a nicotine hit.
Yeah. Happens to me. It happened to me the same. That it was. I was very nicotine touched. After the 10th relight or something like that.
So at first I didn't really realize, but I don't know, I stood up and then suddenly I felt dizzy. I thought, well, something is wrong. Yeah, so I wouldn't really go for it, but in the mixture it's different. So, and it's not an issue with relighting and so on. So, all right, so you could use that if you have it, if you're able to get that. So if you're not able to get that, as we are right now, you have to watch out for something for substitute. So, and we talked about it a lot. There are different ways you can go. So, or the different chances you have. So one might be the dark twist could be an alternative, perhaps. Or if you have a Motzek roll. Yeah, it's also possible. So, but we decided to go for something else. I haven't talked about this tobacco so far, and that would be Amphora Kentucky.
Yeah.
So we decided to go for that. It's an honest Kentucky.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the interesting thing about this is, if you know the Amphora tobaccos, Amphora, I don't know. Amphora was known in Germany for some kind of fuel station tobacco. So Tankstellen tobacco, we call that fuel station tobacco, what you would call ODC, over-the-counter tobacco. So, and not for high quality Amphora, but that changed. So they came up with new tobaccos, new mixtures, and relaunch and so on. And this Kentucky tobacco, I was really surprised because I didn't expect much at first because, I don't know, I haven't had a good feeling with Amphora. But now, I was really surprised. This is honest tobacco, and even, when it comes, you see, it is a bit wet, it's sticky. And it is just, it seems very different to the roll. And it is a bit different, but it is true Kentucky. So,
again, in my opinion, it's not that the old Kentucky is more sweeter.
Yeah.
That's my own opinion.
Yeah. Well, for this component, for a substitute,
Yeah,
for the rope,
absolutely right. Yeah.
we weren't searching for something sweet, but
Yeah.
just something straight.
That goes in with the line. That goes with it.
Yeah. So, are we going to rub that out completely?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that, or you can. I don't know. We were talking about that because Diego did a second mixture, and we were talking about the opportunity, or just to have different methods for each component. So let's say you could just leave some of these Stockton roads completely, and if it's just for the appearance of the tobacco, well, that's what the companies do.
Yeah.
So they don't rub out completely everything, but they always have a handful of something. Just add. Well, you don't have to. Of course, if you rub it out completely and then you store that, the melting process will be easier.
Yeah. That turned out was my impression after I taste this tobacco in the time of the 2 years that I have aged, and in my opinion, it changed greatly.
So we're going to show you the jar you brought. This is Diego's mixture number 1, and this is all that is left of this tobacco. So it's a precious thing here, and I can show you how it looks if it's done. So Diego sealed that especially, and so I'm gonna show you how it looks. So that's the result. And this jar was stored for 3 years. That's correct.
Yeah.
And you didn't touch that before.
No.
No.
I tried it once a year. Tobacco.
All right.
I already said that.
So you see, he's a man of patience. So he's just mixing tobacco. Then I don't know. First try after a year, then another year, and then after 3 years, he said it's done now.
Yeah.
So, all right.
It could be said that way. Yeah.
So you see, what you want to do is you bring some money, because we're not talking cheap tobacco, and you're going to bring some time. So, all right. But I think you can already go after some weeks. It's just so you just do enough, and it's getting better and better. Then after a while, you don't have to wait with 3 years. Yeah.
No, but the wild age is the major of the tobacco components, the marriage together, and with time you don't have more the edges when you smoke a bowl.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting process, in my opinion.
Yeah. But what do we see here? So you see what I found. What is this rope?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the rope. Well, you told you rub it out completely.
Yeah, well, that's right.
I got you. So, all right. Yeah, that's what I said. You can just do it like that. You can have some components just for the fun of it. Just the tobacco. It has a different appearance or whatever. For me, it's just some kind of. Yeah.
But I can tell you, when you smoke some pieces of the best one, number 4, after that time, there is no burn issues.
No. There's no burning issues anymore. So yeah, let's talk about the mixture itself. If we so yeah, as I said, there's nothing really in front. If you so, for example, I couldn't find the Cavendish component anymore. Of course, there's so much Kentucky. I guess the only thing you really smell is Kentucky. But it's slightly sour note. Wood, and of course, and earth. How would you describe the smell?
Yeah, well, you said it exactly. To describe it exactly as you smelled the wood. The Kentucky is leading this blend. It's the lead. So that's what you smell here. But if you light it, as I first said a few moments ago, the Virginia will pop up.
Yeah.
But will fade away during the smoke. It will go background. And that was, I thought that I included the Stockton. So would we not do straight to Kentucky, add another line of harmony on it?
Yeah, yeah. I think the Stockton gives some harmony to the blend. So it's what you sometimes have. I really like the Kentucky, but yes, sometimes you're just on a single track then.
Yeah.
So that's all right, but it's different if you have it rounded up by some sweetness. But we don't have a hay component here, I think.
No.
So we're not talking hay. So we're rather talking floral notes when it comes to the Virginia,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. That's correct, and that would be you already said my second blend. That would be more on the other direction.
That's another direction, as you said, and perhaps we're going to talk that another day about Diego's second blend, which is a blend about mainly Virginia.
Yeah,
it's mainly Virginia. So we have it at Kentucky, something bold, something strong. If you're looking up for something like that, so we have a winter time now, and well, you can smoke it in winter in 3 years, or you can just give it a shot. I don't know. My suggestion would be just mix it up, give it a shot. I'm not a patient man, so I want to mix that, and I go for the first bowl, and that's it. I'm gonna melt that in the pipe. I'm gonna melt all the components together in the pipe. So all right, but of course he's right. So if you store that for several years, I guess it's getting better and better, and those are the components really getting better and better. So yeah, we're talking pure, honest, natural tobacco. So,
of course, yeah.
Did I tell the price of the Rustica? I know. I think that's something I forgot. But we're talking same price here, same league, so we're talking good components here. So we have an 14 euros 20 cents. There he goes. That was just a tip. So an amphora, but amphora isn't too expensive, I hope. No, we're talking 9 euros 75 cents. But if you go for the rope, and the rope, of course, it's the same you get with. We're talking 16 euros 50 cents, but that was several years ago. I guess we're talking 18 or something.
It's
or
much more expensive now.
Yeah, if you get it, if you can get your hands on that. So perhaps you got some good friends in the UK. I'm lucky. Yeah, maybe you get your hands on that, but it is not decisive, I think. So you can go with something else and still.
Yeah, that was the only component which I said I will build it in because it's some true cigar-like notes which can add some little different pronounced taste of that caracas.
Yeah. All right, is there something we should add? So you don't get any sharp edges on the end, I think. I'm already in the last third of the bowl. And tobacco evolves during the smoke.
Yeah.
And that's very typical for these kind of burley-based, Kentucky-based, dark-fired tobaccos, rounded up with some Virginia, because the Virginia likes to, as you said, come up and then fade away. The Kentucky takes over, and the different notes getting even stronger in the last third of the bowl. Nicotine's coming up.
Yeah.
So it changes. It's good to enjoy at the fireside or in the winter time and so on. So, and that was something I really wanted to show you. So especially before I start the Christmas round. So next video is going to be probably the Christmas edition video. That means aromatic, and even more aromatic. So, and before I gonna do that, I want to step back and go for the naturals, because I know that a lot of guys out there they're waiting for natural stuff. So, and this is something bold and natural. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you very much, Diego,
Thank you.
for joining
Thank you
me.
too, Mark.
And I think we're gonna want to meet up again and talk about the second edition, the Virginia-based.
It's stored away for now.
We're gonna meet up in 3 years or what?
No.
We're waiting for another 3 years. No.
We won't wait that long.
We're not. We don't have enough time left. Life's too short.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hope you all are well. Yeah, I know some of you missed the video. Always. I know. I really appreciate every comment and that you wrote. I was just running. I missed you too. So, all right, guys. That's it for now. Hope you all are well. Hope you have something good to chew on. So, be well. Take care and perhaps see you again.
Yep.
All right, we need some coffee. Yeah, we're gonna mix it up. Let's mix that up. I know another channel, he did this once in a mixer and somebody wrote, that's tobacco porn. Rather all the stuff. All right, let's go with this one. I'll tell you what, I don't do too much wrong. I do 2/3 rubbing here, so. All right.
Quello rimane, quello riga. Qua. Yeah. He's not moving that. People back to work. Dus opnemen, natuurlijk ook. Dank je.
There's enough children in this. Just left the sticker in the jar. I don't care. What should we do? Just out? Come on. Let's do it proper. If we do it proper. Come on. You didn't tell me. And again. So we want to do some pressing here for the melting process, right?
Yeah.
Nothing should be wasted. So, all right. Here we are. Pressing. All right, should do the trick. Going to jot it up. And here we go. Enjoy.